In July of this year, 56-year-old New York clerk Laura Fotusky submitted her resignation on these grounds. I refuse to sign a marriage certificate for same-sex couples. She no doubt had a knowledge of the Word of God that talks about how that homosexuality is something that is not pleasing in the sight of God. We can find that in many passages, such as Romans chapter 1, 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and elsewhere. She said that her convictions would not allow her to sign such a document. And while she is a law-abiding citizen, she said that there's a higher power. She cites Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. We ought to obey God rather than man. I'm quite thrilled with her sincerity. I'm thankful for her dedication to the Word of God, aren't you? And we ought to have that same attitude, not just in this issue, but in any. Whether it be, should we listen to what our employer tells us, if our employer is asking us to do something in violation of the Word of God? Should we do what our preacher tells us, if our preacher says something that's contrary to the Word of God? Should we do as our parents tell us, if our parents ask us to do something that is not true to the book? We ought to obey God rather than men. I'm Neil Ritchie for the Church of Christ, and thanks for listening to me as I think out loud.